Hello, my name is Joseph Fleet, and this is the YLAC Lesson 3 worksheet for first graders. Starting off with the third problem, number 3, 8 plus 2. Now, to better understand this problem, I think we should get a little help from our friend Mocha. So Mocha here has reading books of the Wings of Fire series. So far, he's read about two books, and he has 8 books left to read. Now what he wants to figure out is how many books does he have in total. To help Mocha, let's solve the 8 plus 2 equation and see what we get. So here we have 2 books that he's already read, as well as these 8 books that he's going to read. And if we count each book, so we have 1 book, 2 books, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 books in total. This also gives the answer to our problem 8 plus 2. So 8 plus 2, 10 books. Alright, let's go on to subtraction. Now, you may have heard that subtraction is like the opposite of addition, and that's because it pretty much is. You see, addition, remember, it was to combine, but subtraction is to take away, So, what this means is that whenever you see a subtraction symbol, it basically means to take away. So like here, 3 minus 2, that means to take away the right number, the number on the right, which is 2, take away from 3, which is the number on the left. Okay. So let's get started with some problems. Let's do number 5. So I think we need some help visualizing. I think I know where we can get some help. We have our friend Milk here, and she's trying to figure out a recipe for her new apple pie. Now, her recipe in previous years called for 7 apples, but now she wants to take away 4 apples because she's discovered that you only need 7 minus 4 apples to really make an apple pie. So let's help her out and solve 7 minus 4. Well, we can visualize it like having, or just drawing out 7 apples. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 apples. And we know that Milk here wants to take away 4 apples. So we can just cross out 4 apples from the 7 we have. So that's 1 gone, that's 2 taken away, that's 3 taken away, that's 4 taken away. What we have left is just 3 apples left, which is also the answer to 7 minus 4, which is 3. And that's our answer. Okay, so this page is on missing numbers. So what are we trying to find here? What does it mean by missing numbers? Well, as you can probably guess from the title, number is missing, and we have to find out what number should go into that missing spot to make this the other parts of the equation true. So how exactly do we do that? So first, I think we should interpret this equation and what this is trying to ask us. And also, I think we can get a little help from not just Milk, not just Mocha, but Milk and Mocha. Here we have Milk and Mocha writing stuff down in their notepads, And they're trying to figure out how many more apples they need for, or to make Milk's prized and famous apple pie. So they need 13 apples, but they only have 12. Or what they're trying to figure out is how many apples do you need more? So how could we come up with the solution? Well, first, let's consider this number right here. So this is the number that we want to end up with. So 13 is our goal. And this is just the amount we have so far. So 12 is what we have. And let's call this blank number, this missing number, let's just call that Bob. Okay, so Bob is the number of apples that we need to get 13 apples. So what we can do is first, let's visualize it and draw 13 apples. And here's how many we have right now, 12 apples. And you can see that there's this one missing apple that we need to have the same amount as this many apples, 13 apples. So we need one more apple to get 13 apples. And this is actually our solution to the missing number. So we put 1 here. Alright, so here we have the word problems. Again, let's try to interpret each problem and see what we're trying to figure out. Obviously, there's going to be words, but some words are going to be more important than others. So, important thing to note when solving word problems is deciding what is important. So just keep this in mind whenever you're solving a word problem. Let's actually solve a word problem. Let's do 4. Let's determine what's important in this problem. So obviously, whenever you see a number, you should immediately go, oh wow, that should probably be important and I should take note of it. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Liz reads 13 books, so let's circle or underline, doesn't matter. 13 books in a month. Ben reads 11 books in a month. The question is very important. Who reads how many more books? Let's visualize it again. We have Liz here, who reads 13 books 13 books a month. We have Ben here, who reads 11 books a month. So it's asking who reads how many more books. This is a sort of a two-part question. It's asking who reads more books, as well as how many more books does that person read than the other person. First, let's tackle the first part. Who reads more books? You can obviously see that Liz reads more books because she reads 13 books compared to Ben's 11 books. That's the first part of the problem done. Now we have to actually figure out how many more books Liz reads than Ben. And we can do this by subtracting. We can do this because this will give us how many more books or Liz reads in a month than Ben here. So if we subtract 11 from 13, we get 2, and that's our answer. And that is it for BioLife Lesson 3 worksheet for first graders.